How to win photo contests. Most of photography is just being in the right place at the right time with a camera. But let's figure out how to make the most of those opportune moments and enter a contest. Method 1: Preparation. 1. Pick a contest. Lots of magazines hold photography contests, or ask your friends if they know of any. Try to choose a contest that suits you and your surroundings. For example, if the theme of the contest is ocean life, and you live nowhere near an ocean or aquarium, don't decide to enter it. 2. Read all the rules. Are you allowed to use a digital camera? Is there an age limit? How many times can you enter? Photocopy or write out a copy of the rules to carry with you when you are taking photos. 3. Prepare your equipment. Make sure you have enough film or digital discs and extra camera and flash batteries. If you're planning on using a special lens or tripod, make sure you know where it is. Method 2: Taking the photos. Consider the following. 1. Angles. Taking the photo from above will create a much different effect than if you take the photo head on. Be prepared to bend down or stand on top of something to get to the right height. 2. Background. Do you want your background to be distracting or iconic? Depending on the contest's theme, you may want a simple background or a complex one. Why not try taking photos in a few places? 3. Lighting. If you're taking photos outside, consider if you want your photo to be taken in the middle of the day, when it is brightest, or at night, when the only light comes from streetlights. If taking photos inside, do you want the windows open or closed? 4. Flashes. Do you need to use a flash? If you do, be careful how far away your subject is. A flash will only work about 8 to 10 feet, 2.4 to 3.0 m, ahead. Also be careful not to stand too close to your subject, as this will result in a whiteout. If you're taking photos of people or animals, consider using a camera with a red-eye double flash feature, to prevent red eyes. 5. Shadows. Which direction should they be pointing? Do you even want them in your photo? Also be careful that your subject's face isn't blacked out, unless you want it that way. This can happen when you are pointing the camera into the sun. 6. Cropping and centering. Do you want your whole subject in the photo? Should they be off to the side or centered? Be creative with these, as they can distinguish a forgettable photo into a memorable one. 7. Zoom. Generally, zoomed-in photos give more impact. Again, it depends on what the judges will be looking for. You may consider using a telephoto or other special lens, depending on what your subject is. 8. Color. Try looking at a color wheel for creative ideas. For example, if you are photographing some blue flowers, you may want to mix them with orange flowers for contrast, as the two are opposites on the color wheel. Consider the following: complementary, split complementary, triad, analogous, monochromatic, sepia, black and white. 9. Candid shots. Sometimes the best shots are the unplanned ones. Keep your camera with you at all times. If the contest rules allow it, look for old photos to submit. Method 3: Entering the contest. 1. Make sure you enter on time. 2. Fill out the forms neatly. Make sure you fill in all the information. It's best to fill out forms with black or blue pen. Make sure you enclose your photo. Tips. Keep extra film and/or digital discs and batteries handy. Take lots of photos. Look to professionals for inspiration. Keep your camera with you at all times. Remember the rule of thirds. This is where you have a grid, 2 evenly spaced lines vertically and 2 evenly spaced lines horizontally, and the subject of your photo is in one of the intersecting lines. On many digital cameras, there is an option of having an imaginary grid appear to help you determine where the subject should be placed.